Okay, let's see if I'm live. Let's see. I was having a little difficulties earlier, um, but hopefully I am live now. I'm gonna give it a couple of seconds and see if I can catch up with myself on these here internet streets. Let's see. On these here internet streets. There I go. There I go. Good afternoon. Listen, y'all hear that thunder? It's gonna thunder here in my area. It's gonna thunder. It's gonna thunder. Listen, good evening, and welcome to another episode of Getting to Self-Actualization. I am Yasheka Foster, a self-actualization coach and life strategist. If this is your first time here, be sure to give your girl some love. Go ahead and follow me, leave a comment, like, subscribe, share, do whatever you need to do to make sure that I get show love, okay? And listen, this right here, this self-actualization series, this series has 45 lessons in it, okay? There is no particular order in which you need to watch them. Just make sure that you watch them all. And when you do, if there's something that you need me to address specifically, go ahead and write it down in the comment below, or you can email me or DM me on any platform at Hood Parenting. Let's get started with today. Today, we are talking about peace is a decision, not a personality type. Now, I don't know why this was so necessary to do, but I feel that when it comes to peace, okay, I understand that not a lot of people have what I would call peace in their homes, peace in their environment, peace in the situation, right? I did a live a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if, or a live couple of days ago. I don't know if it was on this platform, if I was talking with, or if I was teaching the Getting to Self-Actualization series, or if I was teaching a life lesson series that I also teach on YouTube. But anyway, I was talking, and one of the things that I spoke about was your home being your peace. Okay, your home being your peace. When I say peace, I'm talking about, I'm multitasking here. When I talk about peace in your home being your peace, I'm talking about you should be able to go in your home and know that when you walk through those doors, there's not a lot of chaos going on. There's not a lot of loud noises going on. There's not a lot of shut the doors and oh my God, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Now, granted, I understand that some people are not fortunate to have that, whether they have small children. I don't mean fortunate as in other words, you have to find a place in your closet, you have to find a place in your car, you have to find a place at the gym, in the sauna, whatever you have to do to get your peace. I understand that. However, peace should start in your home, even if you do have small children. Learn to put them to bed early. Learn to give them a snack and let them play outside for 5 or 10 minutes while you do go in and be at peace. You light a candle, you do some whatever you need to do, right? What I'm saying to you is that there's always way to find peace in your home, but it should start there. Okay. Now, with that being said, not everybody is for peace. Let's understand it. Some people like chaos in their life every day. Some people thrive on chaos. Okay. Now, when it comes to those people and being self actualized, they're not one and the same. They're not the same person. Because if you desire a life of self actualization where you get to be the best version of yourself, you don't have time for chaos. You don't have time for what's going on over there. You don't have time for things just falling from the sky and you participating in, right? Or things just happening and you sit in the middle of it and you like this with your popcorn, okay? And then that ain't what you have time for. You have to be able to relax, be peaceful, and only deal with things that involves you, okay? Because in order to be at peace, you can't go around trying to solve other people's problems, all right? Now, when we talk about peace, understand this, you have to create it. You don't get to just have peace without it you putting in work. You have to create it. It just doesn't happen. It just doesn't fall from the sky. You have to be the one that creates your peace. And like I said, if you're not living in an environment or if you don't have a home where you can do that, then find yourself a quiet area. It can be up under a tree at a park. It can be up under a tree in your front yard. It don't even have to be at the park, but you have to find a spot for your peace. You have to create that. You got to curate your environment, your energy, your responses. That's a daily choice, right? You got to curate your peace. You got to curate. And when I say curate, I'm talking about other words. Do these things for yourself that's going to bring you what you need. Because waiting for somebody else to give it to you or hoping that somebody else can give you the things that you need, no, it's not going to happen. You have to do those things for yourself. So when we talk about peace, okay, when we talk about peace, look at it from that perspective. How do I give myself what I need to be okay in this world? Okay. Now, also, when we look at it, we go, okay, let go of the chaos addiction, the chaotic addiction. Some people, I say again, are addicted to the chaos. Some people have to have chaos going on in their world for them to be okay. It has to be like, because let me tell you something. I know people that are from environments that are like busy cities. Matter of fact, it happened this weekend. I was at a relative's house, and we were in the country for a holiday, and one of my family members were coming in from New York, and that was one of the things that they mentioned was being able to sleep, because we're in the country. We're in the country. I'm talking thousands of trees around you. Okay, I'm talking like, okay, and that was what they noticed, that it was so peaceful. So when they slept, it was kind of foreign to them because they're used to sleeping in the city of New York, where they already know that there's a lot of things going on at one time. You hear fire trucks, you hear police officers, you hear music outside, you hear car horns, you hear the trains, you hear all these things going on. But when you go to the country and you don't have those things, it's amazing because sometimes people need those things to fall asleep, right? But having those things in your life constantly doesn't give you a sense of peace. When you are trying to sleep, when you are trying to rest, when things like that, you have to be at peace. You have to be able to find a peaceful spot. So for that person, getting away from an environment like that is good, right? You have to create those things for you. You can't not be addicted to chaos, all right? Although we grew up around it, some of us grew up around it, it's a trauma response when we still feel like we have to be in it. Okay? Get away from it. Peace requires boundaries, not passivity. Okay? Not passivity, not passive. In other words, for you not to be passive. For you to have your peace, you have to create boundaries. You have to be able to tell someone what it is that you desire, what it is you do not desire, what it is you like, what it is you don't like, what it is you want, what you don't want, right? When it comes to this, if there are things going on around you, for example, say that you do have children, you do have a family, and for you to be okay, remember, because we're, no matter our position in this world, even with a family, and if you miss that, go back and watch it. Even with a family, you have to be able to give people from your overflow, right? Which means you supposed to be full at all times. Your cup needs to be full at all times. So what that means is that if you need peace, if you need quietness, if you need stillness in your life, for you to be able to be your best self, to show up in as a wife, a husband, a spouse, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, or whatever, whether it's for you to show up as an employee, if you need those things in your life, you have to be able to set boundaries. And that even includes setting boundaries with people that are in our immediate space, like our family members, right? And I know sometimes that can be a hard thing, but you have to do it for yourself. Why? Because again, you have to pour into yourself first. Give to yourself first before you can possibly pour or give into somebody else, no matter what your position is, no matter who you are to the world. You have to give to yourself first. Okay. And then protecting peace is protection of purpose. You can't fulfill your calling if your spirit is always on. Like, how can you be your best self if you're always chaotic, right? If you're always like this on go, 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 it doesn't work that way. Nothing can go 24 hours. Listen, if you put a battery pack in somebody's back, eventually the batteries is going to run out. Okay. Eventually it's going to run out. It can't go forever. Nothing lasts forever. You have to be okay with saying, listen, I got to protect myself, and I need to be able to say, listen, I need to be calm. I need to be this, because you can't be peaceful if you're already on go. If you're always on go, if you're always on 10, you can't find the peace that you need. And in order for you to be self-actualized, that is important. So stop chasing drama, stop chasing who shot John, who did what, stop being into everybody else's business. How do you get yourself where you focus on you? How do you recognize, and if this is you, ask yourself, is this something that you strive on? Is this something that you feel like you have to have? Because some people have to have chaos in their life. Trust me, I know people like that. They always have to have chaos going on in their life. There's never a moment where things are just like this. It's like they have to have chaos, right? Because that way they always feel like they're moving forward if there's chaos. Because why? That's a form of familiarity, right? That is trauma. That is trauma. And you have to be able to identify that if that's you. Move from that space, understand what's going on, identify it. And if any of the lessons before that helps you with that, then dig back into those, because being at peace helps you to be self-actualized. And I mean that. And I know it sounds so like arbitrary, like it's just like, okay, well, everybody should have. No, not everybody does. Some people don't even understand what it's like to just be in an environment where they're just relaxed and they don't have to worry, centering themselves. They can be in the moment. They can appreciate the moment. Some people live their lives hectic on a schedule, hectic, 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 and they're never able to just simply be at peace. So for you to, I'm telling you, for you to be at your best self, for you to be self-actualized, no matter where you are in this world, no matter what your job is, this is something that you have to be able to do, right? It's not an option. It's not an option. It's mandated. It's really mandated for you to be your best self. So I don't know who this is for, but this is the series of getting to self-actualization with me, yours truly, a life strategist and self-actualization coach, Yasheka Foster. And if this is your first time here, like I said before, go ahead and subscribe and follow, share, leave me a comment below. And don't forget to check out the other videos dealing with getting to self-actualization series, or any of my other videos, whether it was for the children or for the parents. And those are advices to young adults, parents, or whomever need life lessons. Okay, listen, if you are in need of a life strategist or a life coach or a self-actualization coach, hit me up in my DMs or send me a DM or email. And my email is below, or you can go ahead and set yourself an appointment up on my calendar link, and that too is in the description of this video. Okay, so this has been all for today, and we have talked about peace is a decision, not a personality type. So for you, if I choose peace is what you choose, be sure to put that down in the comments below. I choose peace. And if you are ready to work with someone to help you get self-actualized, go ahead and schedule a consultation, because trust me, once you work with me, once you get to know me, once you see me, once you interact with me, you're going to be like, you know what? I need her in my life. Once you have a conversation with me, you're going to be like, I did not know I needed her in my life. And you're going to hire me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.